Hello and welcome back. This is Jeremy Syme from Southpoint Health. One of the topics that I've had a lot of requests from my patients to talk about is cranial osteopathy for babies. Now, I practice a lot of cranial osteopathy. This is focusing on the bones of the skull. Believe it or not, our skull is not rigid. It has many bones, and those bones do move. And they do get jammed up as well, whether it be from trauma or, sports or lifestyle, basically. And so structure governs function, and function governs structure. And that's a osteopathic philosophy, and you get to understand more about how the body works when you really dive into the anatomy and physiology of how things work. Now, unfortunately, for some people, the most traumatic thing that'll happen to them physically in their life is being born. And I get to see a lot of babies that have had traumatic births, whether it's like a long birthing process or a traumatic birth with forceps or the vacuum apparatus that they use to extract the baby. Now, I understand health and safety of the baby and getting them out quickly is important, don't get me wrong, but it can lead to problems. And probably the main problem that parents come to me with young children is digestive problems like colic. And from that is the irritability, poor feeding, they never settle, poor sleep, and obviously that affects the parents greatly. And so what I do is very gentle. You sort of cradling the head, you make contact with certain bones and how they interact with one another. And if you always bring, this is what I always say to my patients, if you always bring things back to the anatomy and the physiology and the pathology of something, you can usually figure it out. And so whether it be like neurological deficits and developmental problems, you can often find some sort of discrepancy. And so it's something I wanted to cover, and I'll probably talk more on in later videos, but it's a topic that is really important because so many parents say that they have never heard of osteopathy, cranial osteopathy, let alone osteopathy. And so it is really important, and I've had some great success stories. There is no guarantees, of course, with treatment. That's why it's called a practice. But yeah, it's something that, like I said, we'll definitely talk more on. And if there's any questions, please leave a comment below, and I read all the comments and I'll answer any questions that people might have. Thank you.